Hey guys, it's me, Desiree Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the first 3 months of having locks, the expectations versus the reality. Now if you're watching this video, chances are you have baby locks, meaning you have just started your lock journey and you're within the first few months to a year of having your starter locks. Whether you started your locks with braid locks, comb coil locks, 2-strand twist locks, back comb locks, whether you're free-forming, you've started with the palm rolling technique, whatso have you, you are watching this video today and you are probably within those first few months to a year of having your locks and starting your lock journey. So I just want to start off by congratulating you. Congratulations for your first year of having locks. Believe me, it is a bit of a struggle, but it is so rewarding. So I just want to talk about the first 3 months of having locks. This is all based on my experience, based on what I dealt with the first 3 months of having locks. This is not to say that you would experience any of the things that I'm about to talk about right now, but it's just giving you kind of indications of what to expect if you have just started your locks. Your journey may be completely different from my journey. Everyone's hair is different, so I just want to start off by giving you guys that, because everyone's hair is different. So therefore everyone's hair does different things and locks differently. So these are my first 3 months experience, the expectations that I had versus the reality of what I really had to deal with. So if you're interested in learning all that goes into the first 3 months, then stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that I expected when having locks, when I started my lock journey with my 2-strand twists, I thought that since I had nice bouncy, 2-strand twists and they were long, I started with like shoulder length natural hair, I thought that I had a step in the game, a step further, seeing that I had long twists. I thought that my hair is already in twists, already in my starter locks, so all it will do now moving forward is just continue to grow longer and longer, and in this way I avoid having to go back and start off with short hair since I already have long hair, right? Doesn't it make sense? But no, if you have my type of texture hair, if you have 4C hair, kinky textured natural hair, you will realize very, very quickly that your starter locks will not continue to get longer in the first few months of your lock journey. What will actually happen is they will shrink because you're introducing moisture by washing your hair and misting it with your water and your essential oils and whatnot. So your hair will shrink up in order to start the development of the lock, like the development of your locks. This is the second expectation that I had with my locks, was that the washing, my first wash would be so easy. Like, my washes have never been difficult. You just take the shampoo, put it on your scalp, wash your hair, scrub it well, rinse it, put your conditioner in, bam! Washing hair is not difficult, right? Well, my first hair wash, the first time I washed my locks was 3 weeks into my new lock journey with the 2-strand twist. And so I was very, very much obsessed with not unraveling the 2-strand twist. And so what I did was I used a technique that Keisha Charmaine here on YouTube mentioned and recommended, and that is the stocking cap technique. So basically you take a stocking, you cut the legs, and you just take the cap, you tie it of course, and you put it on your head. And so with that, you go into the shower and you apply the shampoo on the stocking cap, just so that you can get easy access straight to the scalp without messing with the length of your 2-strand twists with your comb coils, braids, whatso have you. And so I did that technique as my first wash, the thing that I did when I first started to wash my hair, for that very first hair wash. And so that was a little uncomfortable because I'm used to really getting in there like, yes, let's wash this hair, scrub it, scratch the scalp wall, you know. I'm used to just that wild hair wash session. But I realized that I had to kind of take it back a little bit and be super patient and super careful with my scalp with that first wash. So chances are, if you have starter locks right now and you're about to wash your hair, you're going to be thinking of how you cannot unravel your hair. And so that wash will be a lot more gentle than your previous washes when you had loose natural hair. Another expectation that I had with my lock journey was that I will use the products that I already have in my stash, you know. As a loose natural, I was not much of a product junkie. I mean, I had my 5 to 7 products, but I was nowhere close to being a product junkie. So I originally will use like 3 products in my hair to maintain it throughout the week, and I would use those products every few days, in addition to shampooing and conditioning. But I realized that when I started my locks and I started learning about how to care for my new starter locks, I realized that well, actually all of those products had to go straight in the garbage. I could not hold on to any of those products. Maybe the shampoo. The shampoo I still used for some time, but the conditioner I didn't use anymore. The Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, which was my favorite. Like, come on, I had to let that go. That was my favorite, my gold. Also, I had to get rid of my Cantu Shea, no, not butter, Cantu Shea butter. Yeah, that was another one of my go-tos. And that's all I can think of right now. There were other things that I used as well, and I had to just let it all go. And even after first starting my locks and learning and still using some things that I used to use, after, you know, I learned and went through a few years, I still was in the process of letting go of certain things. I also had to let go of certain types of hats that I would wear, because those hats would shed and leave like so much like stuff in my locks, which would then lead to lint buildup and all that stuff. So there's just a lot of stuff you gotta let go of, materially and also mentally, even spiritually, because I'm telling you, like, having locks will teach you how to love yourself on a different level, which I will talk about in a future point. But it will also like show you what's really important, and that a whole lot you can do a lot. You can do the most with your hair, but it will also teach you that it's not necessary. And so you just got to cut back and learn how to live a more simple lifestyle, and a lifestyle that accommodates what is necessary rather than what all you would love to do. You know, it kind of helps you to pierce through the noise and find what's really important at your core, and that's hair wise, mental wise, all that cool stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you gotta let go of. I didn't even realize it on that level, but you do. There's a lot you gotta let go of. Another thing that you will experience, and you know, I didn't know that I would have to experience this thing so quickly. I had the expectation that my juicy 2-strand twist starter locks will always be that that shiny, and that luster will always be there. But few months later, after washing my hair and still, you know, introducing moisture to my hair started to look a little on the dry side. And that, I say that with air quotes, because that's my perception of how my hair looked versus what I was used to doing with my loose natural hair. Because I was always used to putting in the curl enhancing smoothie and all the different stuff to keep my hair moisturized, sealing it, you know, doing the LOC method and making sure that my hair was moisturized and looked moisturized. And everything that I did, I knew that it will help my hair to look moisturized. But with my new starter locks, everything that I tried to do with my starter locks did not give me that shiny look that I was used to. And so that's very much normal because locks in general do not bounce light off the same way that loose natural hair does, or even straight hair does. So into my lock journey, 3 months into my lock journey, I thought that people will understand what I'm doing with my locks. You know, I have 2 strand twists. I even got the little lock jewelry, put it on my head, and I expected people to understand what I was doing with my hair because I have the lock jewelry in it and my hair is still baby lock and still going through the different changes, but I have lock jewelry in my hair, right? So, you know, I expect people to understand, to get the point, you know? No. And that is something that may or may not be your reality, but I expected people to understand what I was doing with my hair. Even though it was going through different changes, it didn't look like a fully matured lock. My hair didn't look like fully matured locks, but I stamped a little, you know, a little approval on my hair to get people to see, okay, that's what she's locked. She's got locked hair. That's what she's doing now. And for me, I just had to I just had to develop my own sense of approval rather than seeking the approval of other people to understand what I'm doing with my hair. Even though my hair looks quote unquote messy and I am looking a way that I've never looked before, I had to learn to affirm myself and know what I'm doing. And because I know that I am starting locks and I have locks, it doesn't matter if other people get it. You know, so that's just something that you have to learn as well. If you are baby locked, if you have starter locks, to approve yourself and not wait for other people to catch it. You know, you will get people that are staring at you or looking at your hair a little weird, and that's okay. That's something that you also have to get used to in the beginning stages, because people will stare and people will always try to figure out what you're doing and whatnot. But at the same time, people are not really even thinking so much about, I had to learn, people are not thinking so much about me where I need to always skate around what they would approve of. If you have locks because you want them, no one else's opinion matters. And if your hair is going through the different motions of the hair growth stages and it's a little out of sorts and out of your comfort zone, as long as you know what you're doing, that's all that matters. No one else's opinion matters, just yours. And the last point that I'd like to make, as I had starter locks, my expectation was that I would just, you know, I'll just get through these first baby stages as my hair is starting to mature. But my reality became that I learned to love myself in a whole new different way. So I had the expectation that I would just simply be growing hair. Okay, it's just hair, like I'm just gonna be growing locks. I love the look, the aesthetic is cute, so I want my locks to look like this and it's gonna be cute. But what really happened was an internal work where I started to really love and accept myself in all states. Whether I had messy hair and a horrible bad hair day, I had to learn to love myself in all my fuzzy hairs and all of the little balls that were hanging at the end of my hair that looked awkward. I had to go through the times where I felt like my hair down, you know, my hair being down looked like a boy. I had to learn to love myself in that way as my most natural self, and as my hair was doing its most natural thing, you know, growing its most natural way. I had to learn to love myself that way, even as I didn't feel good. Because you know, when your hair looks good, you feel good. And so when my hair didn't look good, it sometimes didn't make me feel good. And so I had to learn to love even that feeling of not feeling like I look great, but accepting that I am fearfully and wonderfully made in God's own image. And So that's just something that you have to learn as well with your new starter locks, that every day is not going to be an excellent hair day, but if you own who you are, what you're doing, and really learn to just love each part, each state that you are in, even if your hair is not as long as you want it to be right now, you know, if you just take that time to just accept yourself, you'll find that you will love yourself in a whole new way. And as you love yourself, things get even better for you, you know, and you'll see like a year, 2 years later that you went through that process and you're at a whole new different level, and you would be happy that you got through those times that were rough, because it amounted to so much in the end, and you have a whole head of hair to show for, you know, your hard-earned efforts and everything that you did. Your hair will be more satisfying for you because you know what effort you had to put in, all the hard work, the self-care, the loving yourself that you had to put in order to accept yourself. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's pretty much all that I have. The first 3 months having locks can be pretty tough, but like I said in the last point, if you just learn to accept yourself in every state and not compare yourself and just love your hair for what it is, you will be so happy that you went through it. Your expectations can become your reality as you get to know your hair and own your hair and accept yourself as you are. So I wanted to tell you that you are beautiful and to keep growing your hair and loving yourself. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all that I have today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed and that you were inspired or motivated on this video. I also want to remind you that the Nazi Curl Club, which is a subscription box for women with locks, includes so many natural hair products for us women with locks, because we don't always get that exposure out in the regular, you know, hair stores. So I wanted to package up locked goodies for your locks that come straight to your door, conveniently packed with natural hair products that don't include toxic ingredients. Also a lot of fun goodies like jewelry, self-care items, and lifestyle items just for you to pamper yourself like the queen that you are, and just learn to love yourself, you know? So if you are interested in becoming a part of the Nazi gang, go ahead and check the link down below and go ahead and grab your first box. We are almost out of stock, so you definitely want to go ahead and claim your box before they are all gone. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later, guys. Bye.